The sun descended over the tranquil grove, its rays painting the Jetavana with golden light. The Buddha sat serenely beneath the Bodhi tree, his presence a beacon of peace. Disciples gathered around, their robes rustling like whispered prayers in the evening breeze. One among them, a young monk named Sudama, stood hesitantly. His hands trembled as he bowed deeply before the enlightened one. "Master," Sudama began, his voice laden with uncertainty, "I find myself at a crossroads. Unsure of my path. How can I overcome this?" The Buddha smiled gently, his expression reflecting patience and deep understanding. "Tell me, Ananda, when you look upon the forest, do you see a single tree or many trees?" Ananda hesitated, then answered, "I see many trees, Master, each unique in its shape, height, and branches. Its course winds unpredictably, yet it flows to the ocean, unerring in its destiny." Sudama's eyes glistened with the weight of his turmoil. "But what if my choices lead me away from truth? What if I falter on this journey?" The Buddha gestured toward a nearby lotus pond, its surface adorned with blossoms. "Sudama, consider the lotus," he said gently. "Rooted in mud, it rises toward the light, seeking its true nature." He continued, "Each decision is like a step through the pond. Mud may cling to your feet, but the journey purifies you." Sudama listened intently, his heart yearning for clarity amidst the fog of doubt. The Buddha spoke again, his voice resonating like a temple bell. "Let me tell you a story, Sudama, one of choices and their unseen power." The disciples leaned closer, their anticipation palpable as the master began his tale. In a distant village, the Buddha narrated, there lived a charioteer named Ananda, wise yet burdened by indecision. The grove fell silent, every ear attuned to the unfolding story. Ananda was tasked with delivering precious cargo to a kingdom across treacherous lands. The Buddha continued. Two roads lay before him, one smooth and long, the other rugged but short. Standing at the crossroads, Ananda hesitated, doubt gnawing at his resolve. The Buddha said, finally, trusting his intuition, he chose the rugged path, a decision fraught with trials. The Buddha's eyes gleamed as he described Ananda's journey. What if one falters along the way? The Buddha smiled once more, his serenity unbroken. A bird does not learn to fly without first falling. Each attempt strengthens its wings, leading it to soar. Ananda gazed at the Buddha, his thoughts slowly aligning with the simplicity and depth of these teachings. Upon reaching the kingdom, Ananda realized the true treasure was not the cargo, but the transformation of his spirit. The Buddha concluded, the trials he endured had forged wisdom and fortitude, gifts no smooth path could bestow. Begin with stillness, Ananda. In stillness, the mind ceases its wandering, and clarity blooms like a lotus in the mud. To act is to engage with life. To accept is to trust it, like the river carves its path. So too can you choose your steps while embracing the unknown flow ahead. Stillness does not mean emptiness, the Buddha added, his tone thoughtful. It means presence, an awareness of each thought and feeling without judgment. The grove seemed to hum with the energy of his wisdom, the air thick with its timeless resonance. Sudama bowed deeply, gratitude radiating from his being. Master, your words are the light guiding my path through the darkness of doubt, he said earnestly. The Buddha raised his hand, a gesture of blessing. The light, Sudama, is within you. Nurture it, and it will illuminate even the murkiest waters. Its essence remains unbroken, serving its purpose in every stage. Ananda bowed his head, his thoughts gradually lifting like the mist that fades with the rising sun. Yet his heart still sought further guidance. Master, you speak of essence, Ananda said, his tone respectful. How does one define their essence amid the distractions of life? The Buddha closed his eyes briefly, his face serene as the flowing river. Essence is not defined by actions or possessions but by the intrinsic light within each being. Another day, another opportunity arose for the disciples to gather beneath the Bodhi tree in the sacred grove. The morning light danced through the leaves, casting gentle shadows upon the serene faces of the assembled group. Among them, a merchant named Rajiv stepped forward, his expression troubled, his mind heavy with indecision. "Master," Rajiv began, his voice carrying the weight of uncertainty, "I am faced with two ventures, and doubt clouds my judgment." "Ananda," he said, his tone steady, "your doubts arise not from weakness but from misunderstanding your own nature." Ananda rose, bowing deeply as he absorbed the wisdom offered to him. His heart, though still burdened, felt lighter with each passing moment. "Master," Ananda said, his voice filled with gratitude, "I will reflect upon your teachings and seek the light within myself." Trust begins with accepting the necessity of darkness. The lotus does not question the mud. It embraces it, finding strength to unfold its beauty toward the light. "Let me share a story to illuminate your path." The grove grew silent as the Master's voice carried the weight of timeless wisdom into the hearts of his listeners. Once, in a verdant forest, the Buddha narrated, there lived a songbird with a voice as pure as morning dew. The disciples exchanged glances, their curiosity sparked by the imagery evoked in the Master's tale. The bird sang melodies that resonated with the harmony of nature, enchanting all who listened beneath the forest canopy. Rajiv's troubled expression softened as he envisioned the bird's grace, its song carrying the essence of untainted beauty. One day, the bird flew into a cave, its voice echoing back in haunting reverberations. The Buddha continued. The bird grew fearful, mistaking its own echo for the mockery of another unseen bird. Her hands moved deftly, shaping vessels from humble earth. Yet her heart carried a heavy burden. The Buddha watched her silently for a moment before addressing her. The owl spoke with wisdom, unraveling the bird's fears. Rajiv's shoulders relaxed, a flicker of understanding beginning to settle within him as the story unfolded. Sudha paused, her hands trembling as she placed the unfinished pot on the wheel. She turned to the Buddha, her voice low and hesitant. "Doubts, like echoes in the cave, are born from our minds," the Buddha explained. "Recognize them, and their power will diminish." Rajiv nodded slowly, the simplicity and profundity of the lesson resonating with the struggles within his own mind. "Align your choice with your values, and let your actions sing the melody of your truth," the Buddha concluded. Doubt may linger, but clarity arises when we listen to our inner harmony over the discordant echoes. The grove seemed to hum with the resonance of his wisdom, the disciples absorbing the insight shared. Rajiv stepped back, gratitude shining in his eyes, his heart lighter than it had been moments before. The Buddha turned his gaze toward the group, his presence a pillar of steadiness amid life's uncertainties. Each choice you face is an opportunity to grow, to align with your values, and to embrace your truth, the Buddha said. The disciples bowed their heads, their collective reverence a reflection of the wisdom bestowed upon them. The sun climbed higher, its warmth enveloping the grove. As the disciples meditated upon the teachings shared, the day unfolded, a gentle reminder of the clarity that arises when the shadow of doubt is recognized. He placed the pot back on the wheel, his movements deliberate and calm. "Sudha," the Buddha added, "your craft, though simple, carries profound purpose." Another day, another moment unfolded in the tranquil sanctuary of Jetavana, where the Buddha sat amidst his disciples. The evening light caressed the grove, wrapping it in hues of gold and soft shadow. Serene and timeless, a young woman named Amara approached, her face radiant yet touched by lingering uncertainty, her steps deliberate but tinged with hesitation. Bowing deeply, she addressed the Master, her voice steady but laced with vulnerability. Master, she began, I have chosen my path. Yet fear still clings to my heart, the Buddha observed Amara. His gaze warm and steady, his presence calming the storm within her spirit. Amara, he said, every path chosen is a journey into oneself, an opportunity for growth and the embrace of truth. Amara nodded, her expression a mix of yearning and doubt. What if my steps lead me astray? What if I fail to find the light amidst darkness? The Buddha smiled gently, his words carrying the weight of wisdom. Consider the lotus, Amara. It rises from mud yet blossoms untainted by its origin. He gestured toward the lotus pond, its blossoms shimmering beneath the setting sun, a reflection of life's resilience and purity. Let me share a story. Amara, he said, his voice tranquil yet profound. A tale of trust and inner calling. Once, hidden in the depths of a murky pond, there lay a seed, a lotus seed enveloped by doubt. The Buddha began. The Buddha continued, his voice unwavering. To overcome doubt, begin by recognizing it, not as your truth, but as a shadow that obscures your light. Trusting its call, the seed began its journey upward, pushing through darkness, its roots grappling with the weight of the mud. Amara's eyes softened as she imagined the seed's struggle, a reflection of her own doubts and aspirations. With each inch of growth, the seed encountered trials, tangles of roots, the pull of the currents, and the grip of the mud. The Buddha paused, allowing his words to settle, the weight of the story sinking into the hearts of those present. Each movement of your hands carries purpose, shaping not only the clay but also your spirit. Sudha nodded, her focus sharpening as she continued her work. The Buddha's presence felt like a steady anchor in the flowing river of her thoughts. Intention, the Buddha added, is the foundation upon which fulfillment is built. Without it, even the most skilled craft becomes hollow. Sudha felt a spark of clarity light up within her, illuminating the path ahead. You, Amara, the Buddha said, are like the lotus, each step a testament to your resilience, each choice a reflection of your inner truth. The disciples murmured in agreement, their collective reverence a tribute to the wisdom shared, their spirits uplifted by its clarity. Its impact, though unseen, ripples outward. Sudha's hands moved with renewed purpose, her doubts slowly dissolving like mist under the morning sun. The Buddha raised his hand, a gesture of blessing, his presence radiating calm. The light, Amara, is within you. Nurture it, and it will illuminate even the darkest shadows on your journey. The disciples absorbed the wisdom, their minds alive with the clarity bestowed upon them, their spirits lifted by the timeless truth shared. It lies in the sincerity of your efforts. Sudha felt her heart lighten, the burden of doubt gradually lifting from her shoulders. Amara stood among her fellow disciples, her heart steady, her mind clear, her spirit ready to face the uncertainties ahead. The lotus blossoms swayed gently in the night breeze, their journey from mud to light a reflection of humanity's trials and triumphs. Remember, Sudha, he said, your value is not defined by comparison but by the unique light you bring to the world. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the village, Sudha stood with a renewed sense of purpose. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.